Coach, why do I feel so slow today? Coach, I feel like I'm cramping every play. Coach, why do I feel so out of it? These are three common things I hear all of the time from soccer players that don't understand how to properly drink water and stay hydrated. If you're actually serious about your game and want to learn how to hydrate properly, watch this video. Alrighty, let's jump straight into it. Hydration for soccer players. Okay, so let's talk about why hydration matters. Hydration, energy, focus, endurance. When you're hydrated, your muscles are reacting quicker. When you're on the field, you're not cramping as fast. Okay, you're able to have more endurance. You're able to focus. You're not thirsty. Your mouth's not dry. All of these things. If you're as it says right here, if you're just 2% dehydrated, you're gonna feel slower, weaker, and you're gonna have more mistakes. Your brain's not gonna process things as fast, right? You're not gonna know when that ball's coming to you. Okay, do I need to pass? Do I need to dribble? You're not gonna be able to make those decisions quick enough. All right. Um, and talking about strictly youth athletes, and honestly any athlete, but youth athletes just sweat so much more than they think. And I, I get this all of the time because players will be inside, because I do training inside a lot, and they'll say, I don't need water. I'm like, yes, you do need water. Everybody needs water. Okay, so if you think that you just don't need water because you're not like feeling sweat, you're sweating so much more than you think, even if you don't actually feel that sweat or see that sweat visibly. You are sweating, and when you sweat, a lot of things happen. You lose electrolytes, potassium, a lot of other things, but your body also just will start to slow down when you're not replenishing those electrolytes. Okay, so I'm kind of going all over the place, but yeah, most players just don't hydrate enough early enough. You can't just wait until an hour before the game. I'm just going to start hydrating. No, you're going to fail. Okay, so let's go over just a full hydration schedule for a game. This is for a youth athlete, really competitive athlete, anything. The day before the game, although you should be hydrating every single day, no matter what, very, very important. Alrighty, because if you're just, say you don't have a game for a week, but you've got a training, okay, well, you still need to be hydrating properly to give this training your 100% effort, right? But let's just say you have a game in a day. You need to start hydrating the morning before, the morning the morning of the day before the game. All right, really drinking a lot of water throughout that day. You don't need to be drinking Gatorades or sugary drinks, just water, 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 water. Also, if you want, yeah, like I said, eat hydrating foods. Oranges, cucumbers, those things are also amazing. Okay. Now, come to the game, the morning of the game. I would say right when you wake up, drink a big glass of water. And then 2 to 3 hours before the game, I would start steadily just sipping on water, not crazy because you don't want to feel bloated. I've made this mistake. A lot of players have made this mistake, and you don't want to make that mistake. You want a light hydrating meal. Okay, this kind of goes outside of just hydration, but you want you do want to still eat just, yeah, like a light hydrating meal before that game. And then during the game, I would say, yes, still not chugging water, even if you're so thirsty. I would still just try to limit it, sip water, okay? And then this is also a time where you can bring in a Gatorade or a liquid IV or electrolyte packets, because when you're in a game and you're hot and sweaty and you're working really hard, your body is losing those electrolytes. So that's why when you drink, that's why it's okay to drink this Gatorade or this liquid IV or whatever during halftime. Maybe I wouldn't even say right before the game, during halftime, and especially after the game or after a practice, but only if you're really sweating and it's and you're losing those electrolytes through sweating, then you need to drink the Gatorade and those kind of things. Yeah, and then after the game, like I said, 100% drinking those electrolytes. Let's go over just real quick, water versus sports drinks and electrolytes. Water, I would say, really good for just daily use. If you have a training at night, I'd still just, you don't need to drink like a Gatorade during the training or whatever. You don't, and especially during the day, like say you're a youth athlete and you got classes, don't bring a Gatorade to school. That's unnecessary because you're drinking sugar for no reason. Sugar should be used for a use, like at halftime, going over here. Sports drinks can be good, but you just should watch that sugar content. But it can be really good for like a game day. It gives you like a quick burst of energy. It also replaces that sodium and potassium, which are electrolytes, when you're sweating. So it just kind of depends. I would say water during the day, all day long, and then sports drinks for times like in the middle of the game, after the game, but definitely not just drinking unnecessary sugar. And then even better than a sports drink is just like electrolyte packets, like that liquid IV or any just electrolyte packets. And yeah, I would say during a hot game, I would say definitely use both. That's what I have my players do. I'm here in Phoenix, so it's very, very hot, and we want to drink water and replenish those electrolytes. Let's go for there shouldn't be signs you're dehydrated. Dark yellow pee. The reason why your pee is yellow, people probably don't even know. It's just like, well, it's because when you pee, you're letting out waste, right? And the water mixes in with that waste. And if you don't have enough water in your system to mix in with that waste, well, then it looks yellow, right? Because the water and the waste kind of mix together, and that's how it becomes clear. So if you notice your pee is not clear, or or maybe a slight bit yellow, that's okay. I would say as clear as possible, especially for athletes that are playing on a regular basis. But that's the reason why your pee gets yellow. So, or if you have a headache or dizziness, a lot of times you're probably just dehydrated. You ever notice like you drink water after you have a headache and it just kind of goes away? It means you're dehydrated, low energy, muscle cramps, big one. There's obviously tons of other things that I'm not going to get into that can help with muscle cramps, but water is so important to help with muscle cramps. Um, and these are just going to be some quick tips that I'd say really make a difference and help me stay hydrated when I'm playing games or doing a lot of active things. Just always carry a water bottle. Literally everywhere I go, try to carry a water bottle. I don't go anywhere without a water bottle. In class, don't be that kid that has to go to the water fountain to go get water. That means you're not drinking enough water. It just simply is, because you should be drinking water all day long, every single day. Yeah, I would say mix in electrolyte packets with your water instead of getting a Gatorade that has all this sugar. If you're going to a practice and it's going to be hot outside or whatever, or if you're just sweating a lot, it's going to be a hard practice, or even a game, you can mix in those electrolytes with your water. That's by far the best thing. And then snack on hydrating foods like your watermelon, cucumbers, oranges, any of that kind of thing. So yeah, that's going to be it for just how we stay hydrated properly and the difference between water and Gatorade and electrolytes for your sports performance. So yeah, dude, if this was valuable, subscribe, and I'll be posting a lot more content related to either what to do on your own for soccer or how to eat properly, mindset tips, stuff like that. So have a good one.